They say that rock and roll will live forever. Keyboardist Mark Hastings had that adage in mind when he reached out to us about a close-knit crew in Northborough, saying, "I am writing to let you know of both a story and an event that I think you will find is heartwarming, community-oriented, involves community service, and more than one interesting individual. Naturally, we wanted to know more, so we paid Mark a visit."
I'm a fan of Chronicle. I like to watch it in the evenings, especially main streets and back roads and the Tankaway. So I thought, this is perfect.
The group is Rockin' the Burrows, a group of seniors in Northborough who perform rock hits from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Their beginnings were rather modest.
We all came in here a few years ago. This was after COVID, when everybody was just so sick and tired of being at home. And what were we looking for? People come here looking for joy, frankly. You come here to look for participation in something that brings you joy, and singing certainly brings people joy.
With music came motion.
I was teaching a line dance class locally, and Manoj and his wife had joined the class, and later had asked me if I could come and check out Rockin' the Burrows and see if I could get them moving, doing some dance steps. And so I came and I got hooked.
The group started with 15 members, but has since grown to 45. Its popularity traced back to its dedicated director, Manoj Padki.
Our median age is 73. You can't believe that, that level of energy.
Manoj is very much a creative genius of this whole thing. He just has idea after idea.
Oh, he's a very interesting character. He's full of life and he smiles a lot, which gets all of us just feeding off of his expressions and his happiness. It's a joyful experience for everyone.
He and I are neighbors, and we've actually sung ourselves through Epcot Center because neither of us are shy, so we would just burst into song as we would go to various places. We have fun.
For some, it meant rediscovering their passion for performing.
Way back in my 20s, I was singing in a church choir. Loved it. In March, I was actually able to do a solo. And so my family and my friends, they were just like, "Oh my gosh, Nancy, I didn't think you could do that." And I did. I sang "I Am Woman." So it was a great time. They were astounded.
And for all, it means a sense of community.
Everyone tries to include me, and even though I can't see, they're like, "Okay, just smile pretty and sing. We want you to stay, and we want your dog to be a part of us."
Some members have even blended crooning with constructing.
We were doing a song called The Locomotion, and I got home and I had this little light come on in my head, and I said, well, why don't we build an old train to drive around in, and here we are.
Even though the group is pushing 50 members, it's always open to newcomers.
I would absolutely encourage them to come and join us, see if it's for them, and just try it out. There's no harm in trying things out.
Just come on down, do what you can. And my goal is to have the best of everybody. And that's how you build a great team.
And what better way to find harmony than through music that lasts a lifetime?
Songs are like these little treasure chests that people have, and they can use them to wrap up their feelings and their memories. And then imagine doing that in an audience full of hundreds of people, where they're all breaking open those memories and those feelings, and we get to do that, and we get to see all of their faces light up